Hackstab / your horror movie podcast.
Hackstab / welcome back. It's your boy Hacky. I'm fully prepared to do Creature from the Black Lagoon. My co-host, however, can't find his damn notes.
I got Cabra. What's up, everybody? Just Justin here. We're gonna rock this episode, even though I can't find what I wrote up. I got Cabin of the Woods going. I got the Blair Witch. I got Child's Play 3, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Creature. Sean, why did you pick this movie?
I didn't pick this movie. You picked this movie, you jackass.
What a start! What a start! What is up, everybody?
Great way to do it. Well, have you ever seen this? Let's start the podcast with, have you ever seen this movie before? And if you haven't, dude, what were your expectations? Were you excited?
So,
are you listening to your wife give you a grocery list? Are you begging her for carbs? Is she going to buy you everything and anything to do with hiking?
But I have seen this before. I went through a big kick a long time ago of like ridiculous, like creature feature, like monster movies from like the 50s, like some really ridiculous one. And I saw this one and I absolutely loved it. I kind of love these movies, so I'm really excited to rewatch it. So I had like very high expectations. How about you? I assume you've seen this.
Oh, absolutely, dude. 100 times. Outside of Dawn of the Dead, I don't think I've ever watched a single movie in my entire life. Well, that's a lie, because I've seen The Wizard of Oz, I believe, in black and white. But I've never actually sat down and watched a Universal monster movie. And I'm assuming this movie is going to be legendary for a reason. And I am a massive supporter of practical effects. So there's clearly no way CGI existed back in the 50s. So I am beyond excited to see what you bring for flotation devices. And are we going to go take a swim in this Black Lagoon?
All right, so I guess we should just jump in. You want to start it off? You want me to kick it off? What do you want to do?
Yeah, dude, because in these opening scenes, seeing this creature's hand come out of the lake,
right
after we had just watched this doctor take it like a skeletal fossil out of the rocks, but seeing this thing come out of the lake, I am so here for this right now. Can you imagine what it must have been like to be in a movie theater, to see something like this for the very first time on the big screen? How that score must have like just made the weight on your chest feel heavy, because that's what's going on right now. Yeah, I'm in my living room and I'm watching this on a flat screen TV, but trying to immerse myself in this mode and get ready to watch a black and white creature feature. I am truly trying to embrace this, and it's working, and it's very easily working. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, no, I am 100% with you. The same thing when watching this. Obviously, you have to, like you said, this was what, 1954. So I'm kind of glad you watched it in that mindset, because like you got, like I said, you got to remember this is so long ago, and you have to embrace yourself, like what it was like then. And same thing from like just seeing, like I love it already, because like you see the Amazon, you see the geology expedition, and they're pulling the skeleton hand out and everything, and it's got like web fingers, and we meet Dr. Carl. And like you said, you see the monster, you see his hand like sticking out of the water. I kind of love the intro. I just absolutely love it. And
they don't even give us like a 15-minute detailed explanation about, oh, this is what we have to do. This is why we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it. No, it's simple. This guy takes what he found to a university, gets some funding to pursue this fossil. And that's it. That's the only explanation you need for why
I do love that too.
Yeah, out in the Amazon.
100%, especially for 54s. For 1950, I feel like it moves fast, because like you said, he literally goes and gets the funding. He meets like Dr. David, his girlfriend. They convince him, you know what, we're going back. And then right away, like he leaves. Also, he leaves two of the people back, and his two assistants. He leaves back at the place.
Bye-bye.
I mean, like bye-bye, and right away, like we see the creature, we get an attack already in a tent, absolutely badass, and he kills the two assistants.
Even like you just said, Justin, when these two guys get like got right off the rip, you're already feeling this like intense pressure, but all you see is a hand, and how badass this thing roars or growls or whatever the sound that it makes. It's just very impressive, because you feel this dread and you don't see anything. You don't see the killing. You don't see the blood. You don't see him in the act of doing it. You haven't seen this.
Yeah, you don't see the full thing.
You simply just see its hand. And then we get this like sweet little journey through the Amazon that is, in my opinion, simply incredible, that this movie from 1954 going through the Amazon, it's still portrayed from what I would think the Amazon still looks like today. It's almost like this movie shows us that, what is this, like 70 something years later, the
Right.
Amazon still says like, hey, I'm part of Mother Earth, fuck you, and your shitty like high rises, you're not going to build those here.
Dude, I think I love it so much because I'm obsessed with the Amazon and I watch so much research of the Amazon. So like this movie is like right up there with me. And like you said, now they like after the journey, they get there. There's a whole team, like 6 or 7 of them now. And right away, like they find the 2 guys dead. And I mean, they're trying to figure out like, I mean, you're in the Amazon, so they're like jaguar, like animal. So you kind of they're trying to like figure out what it is. And then we have another cool scene where we see the girl, her name is Kay. And she's, as the guys are like looking around, she's kind of wandering off, just, enjoying nature and everything. And
Because
we
that's a
see,
smart thing to do in the Amazon is just go for a
yeah,
stroll.
yeah, don't go near the water in the Amazon. And we see this monster like reaching for her leg. And she ends up getting called away. The guy's panicking, like, shit, where's Kay? And like they call her away. But I love that you're just getting like these little teases. Like you just keep seeing him like his hand reach up and
And
everything.
it's
Love it.
it's not like a Michael Myers movie where we see the killer point of view and you hear his breath. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's
Oh
nothing
yeah.
like that. It's not Freddy's like laughter in the background. This is simply you see the hand and you hear a score.
Yep.
And it is so impeccably done. I'm gonna be complimenting this movie so much because I don't think I've ever seen something so well done, especially for 1954. It is
No, I was
literally mind
nervous.
blowing.
Honestly, I was nervous because I didn't know like we've never really talked about 50s horror movies before, and this is the first one we did, and I know I've seen it and like it, so I was like kind of nervous, like
I
what you were
think
gonna
the
say.
only
So I'm
gripe
glad
I
you
have with this is that after 8 days of digging and coming up shorthanded, they decide to go check out this black lagoon that they've heard
look in
of,
the lagoon.
and the captain of this boat literally goes, "Yeah, it's a black lagoon, a real paradise." However, I can't confirm because everyone who's ever gone
Yeah,
there has never come back. So they're like, "All right, yeah, this is a really good idea. Let's go collect some rocks." Like
oh,
seriously, just take this dive down there real fast, grab them, come back, and you're done. But it feels like they're swimming around down there for like 10 minutes.
dude, there's a lot of swimming scenes. Like, oh my God, because of course,
And
like sorry, go ahead.
do we see him?
I was gonna say the creature. I mean, the creature we see, like this dude is like stalking them, and like he follows like the boat. Like I love it so. I love it so much.
Dude, this
And
this might be the oldest jump scare that has ever gotten me in my
yep.
entire existence. Because like the first time we do see him and he like pops up, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
dude, it's so funny. And I love that he's like pretty much like stalking Kay to the point where he like where we just see like her like like a long time and everything, and he like touches her feet. Like this
Yep.
guy's clearly got some kind of like foot thing going on. He basically
He's got
touches
some
her
kind of fetish with her.
exactly, and he gets stuck. I mean, right away they get something, and like she gets back up. They think everything's okay, and then they realize, oh my God, something's like in the net, and they pull the net up. This thing breaks free, but what does he leave behind? He leaves a claw. So we got
Dude,
one of
he
his
like
claws.
basically tips the boat over.
Yeah, the
Like
whole
this thing
boat was
has
one of
got
them.
a massive amount of power. And
Hmm.
the only thing I have so far right now is people in the 50s are fucking wild. You are in the Amazon,
Dude,
you're swimming in a black lagoon that you have no idea, you've never been to. And bro, you're in like boxer briefs.
dude, I
And
I
you
don't know
decide
how I'd be so scared.
after all this shit is happening that hey, it's a good idea to go play Marco Polo with this fucking creature.
Right? Like, how do
But
these guys just keep jumping in?
let me I got two things right now, dude. One, this underwater camera is absolutely massive. And two, like again, talk about using the score to generate fear and suspense with this creature
Hmm.
because
Oh
it
yeah.
is working perfectly right now. And when these boys think they actually have it on film and
Yep.
they're talking about it and like this manfish thing, and then it actually comes up right on the boat and kills this dude, Chico.
Dude.
What was Chico
And
doing? He was doing nothing. He was just a crew
nothing, poor
member.
Chico. And I love like once again the captain who like earlier said it's like a good idea to go in the Black Lagoon, even though like he said he's like I can't confirm anything. He goes, oh yeah, I've heard of like the legend. I think they call it what the Gill Man or something.
Yeah.
He's like there is a legend of the Gill Man. Like maybe like mention all
Maybe
this stuff.
maybe
Like
start with that before you
yeah,
head out there.
like red
Red
flag.
flag.
Let's
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
He's like oh
And then
yeah.
he
By the
offers
way,
them a really shitty alternative. Like, hey, this thing is really powerful and this is a legend, but I got some paralytic stuff made from like these roots and shit. He's like, we
dude.
could just scatter it all over the water and it looks like it's just not working. And however, we do see the gill man pop up one more time, and he smashes the lantern off the side of the boat because apparently this dude hates light.
Yep.
That's news to me because what are you doing out in the daylight and walking around and stalking these guys? But this time, I don't know about you, but it kind of felt like when he came to the surface, this paralytic root kind of infected him, because at first I thought he fell over in the water, and it looks like now, like further watching it, it looks like he's trying to dive to safety.
Okay. Yep.
And it's just it's wild how you can interpret something. But right now, again, dude, I am just highly impressed at how intelligent this movie actually is. Like nothing feels aggressively forced or unbelievable so far. Like this whole paralytic thing you think might sound unbelievable or not part of the storyline, but this is how like shit got done back then. Like you had to use natural things to do certain things, and he explains it with the fishing, which was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And then we see this creature comes back for round 2, and he
this
kills.
guy's not done,
Well,
man.
he kind of kills this dude Z before the drugs like fully kick in again, and this
Yep.
gives Dave and Mark just enough time to capture it, and they want to like highlight this kill because it wasn't like super gory or scary, but because for a movie made in 1954, this creature isn't just showing any signs in like the mask or anything like that. It's just he looks natural. I
Yeah.
can't
Oh
see
yeah.
human eyes. I can't see human teeth.
Nope.
Nothing like that. I'm ridiculously impressed at how fluid the gills move and the expansion and contraction of like that bubble thing underneath his neck while he's just standing there.
Dude, the
This
design's
is
oh man,
amazing.
dude, the design is so awesome. And like you said, they finally capture him and everything. Like, let's go. He's on board. Everything's going good. But is it because guess what? He escapes and ends up attacking Edwin. It just goes so bad. Smashes it with a lantern. I mean, Edwin, man, he is banged up
This is
very,
100%
very
David's
bad.
fault too. This whole thing,
Yeah, I was gonna
100%
say
David's
this
fault.
is
That
yeah,
dude
this is
Mark was
not
like, he's captured. Let's get the hell out of here. David's like, no, let's stay
right.
for a little while.
Yeah, they stayed. Like, what the hell? And then of course, like the next day, like they realize like this dude, like he's hurt really, really bad. So like now they decide like they need to leave. So, they start leaving with the boat. But guess what? The lagoon is completely blocked. This thing, I mean, to the point where they go back underwater, like you said, Sean just said earlier, how these guys just keep just jumping back in there. And we get just an epic battle. Like I think it's what Mark is in the water,
Yeah,
just
Mark is
battling.
down there, and he is
Just
going to town with the Gill Man.
Dude, this is a
And this
war.
this is impressive because there is no signs of any oxygen coming out of this Gill Man, and to have
Mm-mm.
that long of a fight scene underwater, what seems like one take, I didn't see any cuts.
Yeah.
To do that kind of stuff underwater that fluidly and make it look realistic and not forced or fake or like, I'm gonna hit you. Like
Yeah,
it was
right. Yeah,
just
some
I'm thoroughly invested in everything going on in the screen right now. And again, dude, I can't say this enough, dude. I don't know why I've never taken the time out of my life to sit down and watch these Universal monster
dude, some of these
movies.
stuff are really good. They're really, really good.
But
Good. We'll have to cover
the
more.
only thing I've got is after an intense underwater battle with this creature, and it actually ends up killing Mark.
He's down. He's
I've got
gone.
a horror rule number 27 of surviving a horror movie or any kind of situation. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, ever be willing to fight your villain on their home turf because you will lose
Oh
every
yeah,
time. Every time.
100%. Yep. Especially, I mean, now like son of a bit, like you're gone. I mean, now the creature goes back on board, and he freaking grabs Kay and just jumps freaking overboard. And once, like, I mean, these people are just not scared. Guys go after it, but he's at his like lair now. I mean, very home turf right
Yeah.
now to the point where then they find Kay. He's like carrying Kay down there, and thank God they're there. I mean, they end up stabbing it. I mean, the other two guys shoot this thing like a million friggin' times. And I don't know, I love this end. Like it's just like zombie walks to like this thing's just got shot like a ton. And you see, I don't know, would you just say he's like so stunned or slowly dying or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
He's like
it looks
just
like he's bleeding out.
yeah.
And I know I've already equated like different types of horror movies like mentioned in this podcast, but this
Hmm.
scene right here makes me feel Jason and Michael.
Yep.
because how many times have you unloaded into these monsters
Oh yeah.
and they've just stumbled away to like apparently go die somewhere else,
Yep.
and none of these characters bother to go check?
I know, right? Like go after like even if that thing's
The
walking back there,
dude
like
literally, he goes to like
go.
unload the rest of his bullets, and I think it was what's his name, like Luca or something, or
Yeah.
Carl and Lucas. One of
Dr.
them
Carl.
looks at the other
Yeah.
one and just goes, "No, it's okay." Like, no, dude, you have shot this thing, you have doused it in poison several times, you've harpooned it a dozen times, you just unloaded full clips of whatever kind of shotguns and hunting rifles you have. You borderline did everything and anything but set it on fire, and this thing is now stumbling away, and you're like, nah, it's good. You can leave
Yeah,
now.
it's good. We'll just let it walk there. And like I said, it walks, it slowly kind of badass. It like slowly walks itself back into the water and it kind of looks like it's swimming, but then we see it kind of just like sinking with like the blood and everything. And we assume that he is dead. The end. You know what, Sean, I'll let you talk first. Talk about your thoughts because you know what, this is a first time watch for you. What do you
All
got?
right, dude. I got holy shit, dude. What a movie. I haven't been so impressed by a movie in a long, long time. There isn't much depth in a sense of character building or any true storytelling on the outside of this movie. But honestly, looking at this from a different perspective, I'm fully on the creature side. I mean, we can't just live and let live. This thing wasn't bothering nobody. It's living in solitude for God knows how long. And you scientists just show up and probably dig up its mother and bring her hand to a foreign lab to be studied. Then you come back, hunt this thing down, and in the name of science, what? Are you kidding me? As far as I'm concerned, you're a shitty ass house guest who's never invited to his place in the first place. I mean, seriously, this is his home. You're the intruder, and you paint this creature as the villain? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it killed 5, maybe 6 people, but I call that self-defense. Then you murder it in cold blood for defending its home. Go home, David. Nobody likes you anyways. I'm giving this an 8.5. Not only did this movie fucking slap 76 years later, but now I want to do an entire month on nothing but black and white Universal monster flicks.
Oh my God, I love it. Sorry, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh God. Uh,
It's the truth, though.
no, it really is. Yeah, I love this movie. Like I said, I already went through a whole phase of all these monsters movies like that. I love the Amazon. I thought the pacing and everything for this was 1954 was really, really good. Um, I'm not going to talk that long because I can't follow up whatever the hell you just said. So I'll just simply say, love it movie. I give this an 8. So solid 8. Love it.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we're both in the eights. Let's go.
Absolutely. You know who's not in the eights, and it kind of pissed me off?
Oh,
IMDb. They got this at a 6.9.
come on.
Fucking
Come on,
ingrates.
guys. Son of a bitch. All right, for tagline, we got not since the beginning of time has the world beheld terror like this. Dun, dun, dun.
So we got Rico Browning, a professional diver and swimmer, was required to hold his breath for up to 4 minutes at a time for his underwater role as the Gillman. The director's logic was that the air would have to travel through the monster's gills, and thus air bubbles from his mouth or nose must not be seen. This was part of the costume design without an air tank. In subsequent films, this detail was ignored, and air can be seen coming from
Yep.
the creature's head and stuff. That is
Yeah.
impressive for this dude to go down there
Yeah.
in a
No,
full suit and hold
dude.
his breath for 4 minutes. Bro, you lucky you get 30 seconds out of me. Just ask Kristen.
Dude, I'm dying this pod. That was the first thing I wrote down too. We literally had this both the same thing because there was two different actors that played the Gilman. One just that walked around and one that. And I wrote that too. I wrote, holy shit, how is that even real? Like that is absolutely insane. So we'll skip that one. And let's see here. The director, Jack Arnold, basically said he wants this movie to play on the basic fear that people have of just what's lurking below the water. He wanted just to explore that.
And that was perfectly done. But we've got
Yep.
a body count of 5 with 1 being seriously injured.
Hell yeah. This one I absolutely love this fun fact. Do you see like this director directed a whole entire season of the Brady Bunch? Did you see that? This dude, he directed all the 1969 episodes of the Brady Bunch. But the fun fact about it is there was one episode in that season where Bobby Brady has the creature's mask and wears the actual creature's mask. And I thought that's so badass because this guy actually directed the movie and he had Bobby Brady walking around with the creature's mask
So
on.
what you're telling me is that the Brady Bunch is actually in the Black Lagoon universe, that we
Universe.
could get a movie
Yeah.
anytime after 1969 with the creature, the Gill Man, and he could pop up out of the water at any point in time, scare the shit out of you, and just go, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
Dude, what a crossover. What a crossover right there. Let's go.
So this film actually has the same body count as the original Jaws.
Let's go. And Stephen King, you may have heard of him. He also says that this is actually one of the first films he ever remembers watching. So who knows? This could have played a big influence with Stephen King.
Another influential thing is when we were talking about the underwater fight scenes, the creature spins in the water while fighting its prey, just like a crocodile and an alligator does. I thought that was pretty sick.
That is too. I only got one left because you stole all mine.
Yeah, I fucking did.
Yeah. This spawned two sequels, 1955's and 56's. The first one was The Revenge of the Creature, and then the last one was called The Creature Walks Among Us.
So, according to the Universal Press Department, this suit was actually valued at about $18,000, which is a massive amount of money. And then I've got one more fun fact for you, Justin.
Okay, what do you got?
The design of the Amazonian creature and its color scheme on movie posters that were green with like the reddish purple lips. Yeah. This was inspired by the professional wrestler, the Amazon, in the famous 1986 Nintendo game Pro Wrestling.
No way. Oh my God, that's insane. Oh, I love it.
All right. I'm Hacky, this dude right here.
Just
Stick with it. Oh my God.
Just Justin.
Stop drinking all that pond water.
I know. What the hell was that? Oh,
I don't know. But until next time, stick with us on this 30 for 31. Swim, take a breath. Adios.
Peace.